What is going on Facebook? It's day 195. Saba Ali here, world's first person who is documenting their senior year by doing a daily Facebook Live. So it's actually snowing here right now. I'm here in Iowa. I didn't even know it was supposed to snow today, but I'm actually driving to my class, so I figured I'd do this quick Facebook Live. Today I was kind of thinking about how we're literally living in a generation where it's literally the best time to be alive. I remember I actually wrote a blog about this, not actually semi-long ago, but it's up on my website, and I was talking about how we literally have so much power in our hands today that we can literally do anything to change our lives and then to change other people's lives. And I was listening to actually Gary Vee just before hopping onto this live, and everything he was saying really started to resonate with what I've been thinking about for the past couple of weeks. I have about a little less than 60 days until I graduate, and I start to think about everything that I have done in the past 2 years and how that has drastically changed my life and other people's lives also. So a little backstory, if you guys are tuning in, don't really know my story. I jumped into entrepreneurship 2 years ago. Since 2 years, I have wrote a book about my college experiences. I have launched a digital Instagram agency. I've gotten the opportunity to go speak at different events. And everything that I have done up until now was because, for one, I went to go, listen to Brandon T. Adams, who is my mentor, speak at just a speech that he did here at Iowa State University. And from that, I learned from him and his companies, mentored and, learned everything that he was doing, interned for YEC. And from that, I started to apply everything that he taught me to my own life. From that, I started to build up my own personal brand. I started to get, a lot more features on different publications. I wrote my book. I got the opportunity to share my story on TV. Actually, a couple weeks ago, I was on TV again sharing about, documenting my senior year. So after doing all of that, I realized that we are literally capable of doing whatever we want. And so many people come to me every single day and they tell me, you're so lucky with everything that you're doing. And I tell them, bull fucking shit. It is not about luck. It is literally about working your ass off every single day to get to the point where you want to be. And even my friends in college, they bitch and they whine about, school and classes, about relationship, about guys, about stuff that's so irrelevant, and it just doesn't make sense to me. And every single day, they're making up excuses about why they can't do something. And to me, I look at them and I'm like, okay, the reason why your life is semi-shit is because you're not doing anything about it. My life was pretty shitty a couple years ago, and the reason why it was that way was because it was me and the decisions that I was making that made my life, something that I didn't really like waking up to at all. And if you guys do know my story, in high school, I was in a really bad relationship for 4 years. It took me 4 years to realize that that was not in the position that I want to live my life. So, after that, got out of it, and then the mental mindset that I've, sorry, I'm driving. The mental mindset that I have right now that made me realize that if I actually, want to change something, then just do it. Because it literally comes down to your mindset. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. And that sounds, so cliche, but it's so true. Literally think of one thing that you want to do, whether it's a goal, a project, something that you want to change in your life. Work on it for even a week. Write it down, work on it for a week, and you'll get so surprised on how much, you can change on that aspect of your life. I did this with numerous things in my life, and it changed. It got so much better. For one thing is fitness. I used to not be into fitness or health whatsoever. I would eat anything I would want to, and that actually started to, took a toll on my health. So I was like, okay, what can I do to, make this better? Kept going to doctors. I've dealt with anxiety, and I was like, oh, I'm getting sick, and my mind was telling me that I was sick. So naturally, I was getting even more sick. And then I took a step back and I was like, okay, what is going on here? Why am I constantly feeling this way? I'm feeling anxious. I feel sick to my stomach. I cannot focus. What is going on? And I realized that what was happening was my mental mind was telling me that all of these emotions, all this anxiety, everything that I have going on was stressing me out, and my mind was putting a lot more focus and attention onto the stressful part of the situation, that it started to, it started to build that fire in my actual body. So that's why I was feeling so shitty at the times, like this was happening like a year ago at that time when I felt like I was literally sick and I didn't want to do anything in my life. So from that, I started to read articles and I started to train my mind that the emotions that I was feeling was literally in my head. And I know, a lot of people deal with like anxiety and depression, and there is medications that people take. I mean, at a time I was still taking medication. And sorry, I'm like trying to find parking. I have class here soon, so I'm going in like circles. But the moral of the story is we are literally living in this generation where you can literally do anything. Hold on, I'm gonna park quick. It's like snowing, and let me just park here real quick and then I'll finish. Okay, so we're literally living in a generation where we have so much power in our hands. Like, I am doing this live while I am driving on my phone to share with you guys my story. Right now there's probably only like a couple people watching, but you never know who is on the other side, of your phone watching this. I can post this, and heck, years later, someone can reach out to me like, hey, your day 195 live really helped me out. And that is why I do what I do every single day. Like, my main mission is to show other people what they cannot see in themselves, because 2 years ago, I didn't see what I was capable of doing. I had my mentor show me what I could actually do. Because at the end of the day, I truly know that everyone has a gift to aspire to become something greater than what they're currently doing. Like, I 100% know that everyone has that gift and that drive, but they don't see it in themselves, or they need help finding it. And for me, it took me a good 2 years to even find that. Going back and forth, experiencing different things, opportunities, learning from other people, and finally realizing that, hey, one thing I really like to do is to tell other people that they can be doing so much more. Inspiring other people. This is why I do my lives every day, to share with you guys the journey. It's not always about the successes. Yeah, at times, there's great successes and I love sharing it. It's always good to celebrate your successes, but more so show everybody the actual journey and the failures, the hard times that you have to go through in order to get to that high point that you are wanting to be at. Beth, been there, good for you. Thank you, Beth. Shout out to Beth. She is amazing. So, quick story on Beth. Josh 40, if you guys are familiar with him, he posted something about my t-shirts Unforgettable by Saba, which is my brand. And Beth, I just met her like a week ago. She loved what I was doing and she bought one of my t-shirts. So shout out to Beth for buying one of my t-shirts and giving me some awesome feedback on my website. Justin, awesome inspirational videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and support all of you guys are giving me. So that is kind of, my thoughts for the day. Laura! What is going on, Laura? Yes, queen, yes. I was just talking about how we have so much power in our fingertips, literally doing this live, sharing my journey with all of you guys. I don't even know what this is going to, what's going to come out of doing these lives. I already know every single day people still message me. They're like, oh, keep at it. I love watching your videos. The inspiration that you give on a daily basis actually does help me, and that's the entire point on why I'm doing what I'm doing. I graduate very, very soon, so the grind has like 10x so much, and I already know everything that I will be doing even after graduation. is, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's just crazy to think everything that has happened just because I put my mind to it. And if you guys knew me in high school, or even like 2 years ago when I was a sophomore, I was a super, super shy person. I remember the first time I did a Facebook Live, it took me a good 40 minutes to press live. I remember I was on my campus, I was walking around, and I was trying to find the perfect place where no one would see me, just so I could do my live. I remember I even like wrote down and scripted exactly what I was going to say. So that was pretty funny, and you can see, you know, practicing it really does help also. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I need to hop off because I have class here soon, but it's day 155. This got super dark. Or day 195. Keep on grinding like always. You're literally living in the best generation, so use it to your advantage, because I know a lot of people out there on Facebook, you know, I see your grind every single day. So whether you're having a bad day or a good day, keep on going, because you're so, so close to making it to that end point. There's been so many times where I literally am so stressed out with school, with work, with friends, with family. It's so much stuff that we have going on in our lives that some days I just want to be, fuck it, I'm done. But the reason why I don't is because of you guys and the people who need that inspiration, that motivation to push themselves to become better. Because I truly know that each and every one of you guys has a gift to aspire to become something greater than what you're currently doing. So keep on grinding, guys. Keep on at it. And make sure to stay unforgettable. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.